Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Vampyr. Now, you may be wondering where exactly we are, guys, but I was really confused with the whole bug about us having all 4 pieces of the braille journal that we needed for Mason Swanborough. So check this out. I did a little bit of backtracking, and we're in the sewers over here off the side of Pembroke Hospital. Remember, we explored this in a previous episode way back when. And there was an area that we could actually teleport up that I didn't even notice before. And the sewers were now crawling with hunters and skull. But there was this little area where we were able to find the braille pages. It was in this shelf. I don't know why the game was saying that we had 4, but check this out, guys.
It's locked.
This door requires a code to be opened. Now, it's the first time that we've seen any kind of door that needed a code, so I'm wondering if this is the laboratory that Mason was talking about? Definitely has the potential, at least. I don't know, maybe we can find the code somewhere here in the sewers, but I figure we can go ahead and backtrack to Mason and then figure out where exactly we're going to be going from there, because that is interesting. And we are right here at the end of the sewers. And we should have a pretty straight shot right back to Mason's house. I was really curious because I was looking back, I was like, where did we find all of these pages? And it was just, it's a really weird bug in an otherwise fairly bugless game that I've been able to determine. But it's okay. Out of all the bugs that the game could have, that certainly isn't a horrible one. It's irritating, but definitely not game-breaking in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so that's interesting. Have we gone in here? Oh, hello.
Die, vermin!
And actually, I believe that we have gone through this way. Yeah, that we have. Okay, never mind. Back to Whitechapel we go. And the only place that we have to go through the cemetery again. Such good times.
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top!
Oh, crap. I didn't see the creature until it was too late.
The beast must die!
Alright, well. Oh, he resisted. Ow. That was painful. Note to self, when he starts praying, he can slough our phalanges. That is very good to know. Now, how's the quickest way that we can get through here? Now we got some bullets, which is nice. We're pretty much out of shotgun ammo. You have any shotgun ammo for me, sir? Ow. Well, you did have shotgun ammo for me. Not in the manner that I wanted, but you did have it. And good grief, these zones are getting just full of unpleasantness. Bad dog. Getting some blood samples, though, which will be good for making serums a little bit later. Now we have to go all the way around here to the area where we fought Mary. And then that should lead us fairly quickly to Mason's. Here's hoping. Is this zone filled with unpleasantness? Nope. Where did we... Oh yeah, never mind. Ugh, bad memories. Did I not go this way? Ooh. I don't think Wait a minute, is this where we watched the funeral? Yeah, okay, never mind. I thought maybe it was going to lead into that creepy chapel. I was mistaken. That might come a little bit later for all I know. Alright. Yeah, because I don't think there's a path that'll actually take us to that entrance. Of course, I haven't really been searching for one. Maybe there is. Oh, it's blocked off. Alright. Not at the moment, it seems. Now then, Mason's place should be right around here. Let's go ahead and track it. That's not it. There we go. 34 meters away. And I think it's this little square. We're about to be attacked by a Econ, if memory serves. Oh, no, we're surprisingly Econ free.
Good evening, Mr. Swanborough.
Is it you, Dr. Reid? Please come in.
What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour?
The guy who has your pages, sir.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Here is another page of the formula for the cure for blindness.
Give it to me. Yes. Brilliant. I'm going to give you the location and the code you will need to find the cure, but you have to listen to me first.
Why? What is it?
If you find the proof that this treatment for blindness is real, I want to try it. Do you understand? No matter the risks.
Risks? What have you read in these pages that you're not telling me?
You already know what you need to know. I trust you, Dr. Reid. We share the same passion for science. Please bring back the formula.
Laboratory code. So we do have to go back to that area.
Goodbye, Mr. Swanborough. I'll leave you now.
Interesting.
What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour?
The guy who doesn't repeat himself over and over again. At least I try not to. Alrighty. Let me guess. That's interesting that you would find the braille page. Well, no, that would make sense. Because if you were looking for the braille page, you'd find that door and wonder what was going on, and then feel determined to kind
Sorry,
of...
sir. No admittance.
Okay. I'll just head back through the cemetery then. So I wonder what kind of side effects this cure is going to have. But he said that he's willing to take the risk. So we'll have another probably little moral quandary. Hopefully Reid will have some pharmaceutical knowledge that when he looks at the cure itself, he'll be able to ascertain, at least to us, what could potentially happen to him. Because knowing anything about prescriptions these days, imagine... Oh, that's horrible. Imagine the side effects of some of the medication from way back in the day. What they used and what it could do to people. Man, considering everything that the cures now do, that probably some bad stuff. Because a lot of the cures now cause worse symptoms than the actual thing you're trying to treat. At least in my opinion. Your particular mileage may vary. Alright, nice little thing of bodies. Get some aluminum powder. Looks like the hunters have been busy. I'm kind of okay with that, just because it's going to keep us from having to deal with them on the way out. Here's the path. Now we don't need to go through the entire sewers, we just have to find that other entrance. There's the way to go in. I guess my primary question is, whose laboratory are we going to be entering? Normally, laboratories don't pop up out of nowhere. There's usually a mad scientist or criminal mastermind or consulting detective that are behind said laboratories. There we are. Probably need to get... If there's rats around here...
I have this thirst for blood.
Just to be safe. When there's rats nearby, there's normally a boss fight. Okay, so the code is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's amazing. I have the same combination on my luggage. And we're going into our own little instance here, so... This... Blackwall Faber. And I hear... manic scribbling. Vampyro vision? We've got a large beast. That you're not the one scribbling, are you? Rusty box of pills. Oh, you're right outside. So that would mean that there's someone... St. Paul Chemist. Ooh, what are you scratching at, sir? Tell you what. I don't know what nastiness you have. Chemist's diary. None of my recent research concerning a possible cure for blindness have reached any successful state. I'm starting to worry, since my vision has decreased more and more over the past months. I'm afraid I may go blind before finding any interesting lead. Maybe I should go back to the Brotherhood's library and ask our primate if he knows of any documents I should read first. But I fear he might refuse to answer me. Soon I'll be forced to take my notes in braille to be sure to read them if my condition worsens. That was on June 17th, June 23rd. Blessed be Usher Talltree, and may the sacred stole protect him for many years to come. I talked to him last night, and he kindly listed me 3 scrolls I should read. Good thing my Greek and Latin aren't too rusty. July 15th. I'm losing patience and time here. The precious texts listed by the primate have proved themselves almost totally useless. Alchemy and herbalist knowledge won't do me much good. For 3 days now, I'm totally blind as soon as the evening comes. This can't happen. This won't be. August 17th. A terrible idea has come to my mind. What if I use the regenerative power of vampire blood? I'll go back to the Brotherhood's secret library tonight and search for such information and material. With the influenza crisis, it should be easier to sneak in. August 21st. I'm onto something. The eyes of the last 2 rats I blinded seem to have retrieved sight after I injected them with a drop of vampire blood. They clearly could avoid my knife when I tested them, and the eyes had grown back. But they died the next day. I must find a way to improve the recipe. September 14th. I've been unable to find some more vampire blood. I think someone spotted my theft in the Brotherhood cabinet. When I asked Brother Swansea, who seems to be working on some research concerning vampire blood addiction, he refused to give me some fresh material. I'm going blind. It drives me mad. October 27th. Blessed be the stole. It seems the number of ghouls has suddenly increased in London. It will not be too difficult to capture one and perform some more precise experiments. I know exactly how to trap one in my laboratory. October 29th. It works. Ghoul blood is less potent and permits a better dosage. Mixed with Usher Talltree's previous advice concerning alchemy and healing herb use, I shall be able to overcome fate. Tonight I will inject the serum directly into my weakening eyes. Let's see, November 3rd. I can see. Dried power of ghoul's optic nerve plus essence of birchwood combined with equal part Helichrysum et talcium and are the best mix. When properly heated and used at the correct dilution. I will make a braille copy of my notes in case the cure is only temporary. Oh. Beg pardon? Maybe they don't want me to read the... Okay, there we go. I'll make a braille copy. I didn't even touch anything and went to that. I'll kill the ghoul I have kept for all this time and pursue my research further. November the 4th. The nasty ghoul has bitten me. His eyes, His eyes I had gouged from my experiments had regrown too. Of course they did. I'm so stupid. The beast had time to observe me and prepare its plan. It attacked me when I approached to destroy it, and it stole my braille notes and fled. I should have seen it coming. I just can't die like this. No, I won't die. I'm going to turn soon. Then I'll start again from scratch. I overcame fate once, and I'll do it again. That didn't seem like it worked out for you, I'm afraid. The Blood Goddess Heresy. Now, what is that? Origin of Vampires? Lost Library? Where's the new thing? Vampire Club. Mystery. The Blood Goddess Heresy. Great Britain is at risk, always, from many enemies. This we must always keep in mind as members of the Ascalon Club. But the worst enemy of all, the one we must always look for and crush down without mercy, is the inner enemy. The enemy within the closed circle of our immortal community. Heresy is the name of this enemy. Heresy toward her beliefs, our goals, and our role. It has been more than a century now since the Druid Order appeared in the Empire. First, we thought they were just a minor blood cult, destined to disappear quicker than it had risen up. But the seed was strong, and the tree is blooming. What do they seek, these vampire traitors? To go back to some fantasy golden age of vampires? No. To worship some imaginary blood goddess who demands human sacrifice? Of course not. What they seek is power. I can so hear Tywin Lannister reading this. What they seek is to challenge our authority as the supreme shadow cabinet, destined to rule the Empire's destiny. Look at what they claim. To accept and welcome any skull who embraces their faith and belief. To openly hunt and kill mortals, for they are just prey for their legitimate appetite. To install a new religion supposed to regulate every aspect of immortal life? No, my dear companions. The Blood Goddess Heresy is not about wearing white togas or dancing naked under the moon in stone circles. It's not about going back to the forgotten roots of our species. It's about undermining the pillars of civilization as we know it. We are Ascalon. We are the guides of mortals through ages to a better future. We may lie to them, but we care and protect them from all enemies, and this Druid Order is one of them. From the Law of Ascalon by Lord Redgrave, founder. So there's kind of like a druidic sabbat, or sabbat, which is ironic. But they basically believe that humans are just food. That's a nice little twist on it. And a large box of pills. The door has been unlocked. And... oh! We're in the haven that we found earlier. Neat. Okay, so we have refilled our shotgun ammo. We could go ahead and sleep. We've got 4,000 XP. But I kind of want to turn this in first. Now, is it a moral quandary, what we're doing? Give it to Mason Swanborough or keep the diary? Oh, this is going to be interesting. Well, let's go back to Mason and see what's going to happen here. The cure did seem to work, and I thought that maybe the cure is what would turn him into a skull, but it's just him not realizing that regeneration... if you're wanting to regenerate a limb, and you're using, or not a limb, but, you know, a body part, and you're using a vampire, or a ghoul, skull, you know, whatever, chances are really good that they'll be able to regenerate as well. You know what I mean? Like, that's definitely something that he should have taken into account. And he paid for it. Very much so. Now the question is, do we hand this off to Mason? And what's going to happen to him? Do we go back and then he's a skull? And then we have to deal with a very angry sister? But by the same token, he hates his current, state. He is not a fan in any way, shape, or form.
Good evening, Mr. Swanborough.
Is it you, Dr. Reid? Please come in.
Are you about to ask me?
What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour?
Are you sure you're not related to the one lady with the memory issues?
What can I do for you, Doctor?
I have found the secret laboratory, and I have the formula.
And the author of the diary, did you meet him?
Yes. He was badly disfigured. Nothing more than a beast. And I cannot guarantee it wasn't connected to his experiments.
I don't care. Give me the formula, Doctor.
You know what? He hates his life. He hates what he's become. I'm going to go ahead and give it to him.
Here it is. But please, be very careful. You're entering uncharted territories here.
This is what science has always been about, Dr. Reid. Thank you so much.
I can't say it's been a pleasure, but we're both scientists, and I am grateful you asked me to undertake this search for you.
I have something for you, then. It is the most precious thing I have to give. Even more important than the Swanborough secret recipe.
There is really no need for payment.
Please have it, Dr. Reid. I insist. I'm sure you'll find it more useful than I would.
Salicin. Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Swanborough. I'll leave you now.
What is that for? I think we've had this stuff before, but... Samples and ingredients. Once extracted, can be used in anti-inflammatory, can help reduce fever. London has a shortage. Oh, okay.
You see the world these days.
Thanks. If I come back and you're a skull, I'll, absolve myself of all blame. Not my fault. But right now, guys, that actually... Oh, wait, never mind. We still need to find the violence of the Volcods. And find Louise Teasdale, but that is all in the West End. So I think it'd be a good time to go ahead and travel that direction.
This is no guidance.
But first a snack. Ow. There you go. And actually, by the time that we travel back over here, because we also need to let Lord Redgrave know about good old Doris, we should be in a good shape to go ahead and end the episode. Let's see how quickly we can make it that direction. And I do not want to go that way because... Oh, never mind. There are econs everywhere. Just hug the wall. Does that work? Oh wow, that actually worked. That rarely ever does. And then we'll go ahead, once we get to the West End, we'll sleep and actually spend some of this XP. Maybe. I keep on putting it off, because I would like the 5,000 XP. And the only reason that I'm holding off on leveling is because I don't want a lot of people to get sick, because that's exactly what's going to happen. And then we'll have to backtrack even more.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe?
Okay, we go in the right direction? Yes, we are.
Can sort it out, right?
Let's go ahead and talk to the sister and let her know what we did.
See if this Christina is still working.
Because that should be interesting. Wait, she's up here. Like, hey!
The swap. Good evening, my dear colleague.
So, you have nothing to say about it. Okay.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
Yeah, you may be needing to tell me off here before too much longer. Because if we sleep and all of a sudden Mason like disappears from the citizen list, we'll know that our science experiment has gone poorly. But if you think about it, I don't know. That's a very interesting moral dilemma. That if you had the opportunity to experiment on yourself and potentially find a cure for blindness, something that's so terrible to so many people, would you do it? Would you test it on yourself? I guess it would depend on the circumstances. You know what I mean? Well, that's something we can test out at a later time. At the moment, see, we're finding good handle parts in garbage cans now.
Women's right to vote is only the first step.
Alright,
Support the equality.
let's head home. And we'll sleep.
She sometimes...
Worst comes to worst, we'll just sleep again if we need to. If I have to backtrack, so be it. Sleep on a nice cushy bed. Alright. Rank 3. Let's do our heal, because that definitely needs to be done. You trade more blood to heal yourself instantly and gain an additional boost on your health regeneration. Yeah, because in combat we need the insta health, because that's more important, I would feel. And claws for 3,000, no. Blood barrier for 2,000. Ah, okay. We can go ahead and do that. You create an invisible barrier absorbing direct damage until it fades or destroyed. When your barrier disappears, it explodes and deals damage to anyone nearby. Okay, well, and that actually would cost more blood to do. So I just like the classic one, and the classic is much better to me. So then we just need the claws, and then we can start working on the rest of it. We would just need 600. Cool. So time to save up our coin here. Or our plasma. The following night. Alright, no one has gotten sick here. Yes, sanitized? Neat. Crap. That's gonna put us down to stable. Fatigue. Alright. Well, we'll have to head back to Pembroke sometime soon anyway. And only one other person got sick in Whitechapel. And that's Richard with a cold. But Mason's still here, so he's not dead. Huzzah. Hey, I got the dock sanitized. I'm proud of that. And we're now level 24, and our shield's in much better shape. We just have to remember to actually use the stupid thing. Occult? Wait a minute. Something just said that we had succeeded. What was that from? I know it had the word occult in it. Wrong target. Oh, occult Oculus succeeded. Okay. I guess it was just clearing us out of the queue. Well, if he does turn into a skull, we'll have no problem killing him. So, there's that. Oh wait, that's the bad part of town. Good deal. Let's check for hello, mother. Just turning the corner at an inopportune time. I never go the right pathway. I really wish we could actually go into Mary's room.
Mary?
Okay, just wanted to use the Vampyro vision. I don't think this isn't like Auspex. We can't see wraiths, though that would be really freaky if we could. But now that we are done with all of that, guys, we just need to find that one book, and we'll be able to get all of our gathering quests dealt with at the time being. But we need to go talk to Lord Redgrave and let him know about the fate of Doris Fletcher and see where the story goes from there. And we will do that next time. Hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.